We're now going to install the windscreen and the nose cone. Normally we would have the instrument panel in place, but we haven't decided yet what instruments are going to go into this plane. The unit will come off as one piece. The nose cone and windshield will slide off the front when it's time to install the instrument panel. Start with the self-adhesive Velcro strip, and we're going to install that down this tube, starting at the root tube. And all the way down to the nut where that comes through the windscreen. We cut that just short of the nut. And we continue from the nut down to the bend for the nose cone. We want to leave the protective film on the windscreen for the time being to protect it. We're going to start by locating the center line down the windscreen. It should come right through the center of this hole, and mark that out, and then a ½ inch on each side of that line. So it gives us that 1 inch line strip right down the center. Orientation of this for laying it out is this notch for your airspeed indicator is on the right side. It'll be on the left side of the plane as you're sitting in the plane. So if you want it over on the right side, we'll need to flip this over and do the reverse. We're now going to temporarily install the windscreen. The nut coming right to the center of that hole. Velcro coming right down the center the line that you drew on there. We'll temporarily clamp that into place. We want to mark a line about 1.5 inches up from the end of the Velcro on the bottom. And then we'll remove this again. We can now reinstall the windscreen using the Velcro strips that we've just put on, centering the nut through the hole, letting the Velcro hold it in place. Now we need to remove the protective material that's on the top of the plexiglass. We're now preparing the lower windscreen for installation. We've installed this self-adhesive trim strip to the trailing edge of the windscreen. Now we're going to install this double stick tape. We want to leave the protective red coating on the inside until we're ready to attach it to the upper windscreen. And we're going to do that again on the other side. We've drilled 3 1/8 inch holes just forward of the trim strip and installed some cable ties on there to hold the trim strip into place. After that, we can snip those off. And we're ready to attach this to the upper windscreen. We're now ready to attach the lower windscreen to the upper windscreen. We line up the leading edge on both windscreens and peel back about 1 inch with a red protective coating on double-sided tape. And we start attaching that. And we can pull that tape out as we go. Once we've got that adhered good, we'll go around and install the other side. Once we have the upper windscreen attached to the lower windscreen with adhesive tape, we're going to drill a 1/8 inch hole through the upper windscreen and lower windscreen and rivet with an 1/8 inch wide head rivet. The rivet goes only through the plastic of both the upper and lower, not into the aluminum tube. We do that at the front of the windscreen, and we also do it at the rear of the windscreen on both sides. We're now going to install the trim onto the back side of the windscreen. The trim has adhesive on the inside, so you just need to push it onto the plastic and work it around. We're going to work this around all the way to the other side. I finished installing the trim around the outside edge of the windscreen. And after getting that into place, we drill 1/8 inch holes in a few locations to secure it with wire ties. We do that at wherever the trim strip ends on the inside curve. Inside curve there, around the airspeed indicator cutout, and again at the other end. Okay, I've now come around, drilled some 3/16 holes through the windscreen to secure it to the airframe. A few different locations. 2 holes through the windscreen, around the tube. At the top. Above and below the airspeed indicator cutout. Now we're ready to install the nose cone. I've temporarily installed the nose cone, checking the spacing, both sides. where it meets up towards the lower windscreen. And once I'm satisfied all my spacing is correct, I put a piece of masking tape across the top edge as an indicator of where I'm going to install the windscreen when I remove the adhesive tape. Once we have the nose cone in place and situated where we want it, we can start removing the backing on adhesive tape. Then we'll finish up by back drilling the 4 holes and using the soft aluminum rivets through the nose cone and through the windscreen. We've got the nose cone installed, the rivets on the 4 corners. And we have the airframe completed. We have a just completed Aerolite 103 available with your engine choice.